Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Resin Me Up. Guess what? It finally got here. It sat at our facility out here for 3 days. I don't even know what that was about. So let's get her open here. And we're going to re-demonstrate this product. Now, mind you, I bought this myself because the first batch they sent to me, but I bought this one myself because I don't feel like I demonstrated the first round like I should have. So in the box, you get a 1,000-gram bag of the Resin Crete Decor Etch. You get a 200-gram bottle of the liquid, the Decor Etch liquid. You get instructions and you get a brush. Now I have 2 brushes. That's what comes in the box. I got a different mold to work with, and that's this one. And it is a lotus resin, or a lotus bowl. I thought this would be a perfect mold to display or to use for this technique. So we're just going to jump right into this. I'm going to get out my parchment paper. I'm going to get out my coloring, my bowl, and everything I need to get started on this, and we're going to get this poured. Okay? All right. BRB. Okay. So I got my bowl, got my stuff. I found a scoop. And the colors we're going to do today, since this is a lotus bowl, we're going to use pink and yellow. We're going to marble it. Okay, so I don't know how much this mold holds, so I'm just going to guess, and I'm going to go with 200 grams of powder. And I guess if I have to mix up more, I can, but that's what we're going to go with, okay? All right. So, and I'll assess once I get the 200 grams in there to see what it looks like. See if I think it's going to be enough. Probably not. Just that right there is 106 grams. That's 196. Okay, so that's 208 grams. I don't think that's going to be enough. So I'm going to jump it up to 300. Okay, so there's 304. I couldn't get it exact. I mean, I guess I could try. Just take out a little bit. Whoops. It's amazing how just a little tiny bit makes a difference. There. It's exactly 300 grams. All right. So that's 300 grams. Now we need 60 grams of liquid. So let me grab a cup here. Now remember, this stuff is completely different than Resin Crete, because with Resin Crete you mix it with water. This Decor Etch, it has its own liquid. And it's 5 to 1. Okay, we're going to 60. I was sitting here trying to remember what my number was supposed to be. All right, 60 grams exactly. Okay, now we'll remove that. Move this to the side. mold over here. Okay, we're gonna mix this in here and hope we have enough. I'm just gonna pour a little well in the center. Kind of like you do when you're making pie crust. And this powder is nothing like Resin Crete either. This is real gritty and sandy as well. I mean, you want to try to mix it, but you don't want to like whip it, because this is harder to get air bubbles out than the actual Resin Crete. So just try to fold it in versus whipping it. Hope this is enough. Now the instructions say to get this in the mold within a minute. So see all those bubbles in there? All right, so we're going to do pink. I don't know what my paper's doing here. And yellow. Get the lids off here. Pull it over. Now remember, the instructions say that you're supposed to mix this in with the liquid. Well, I discovered the other day that you can actually marble this once you get this mixed. So, all right, here we go. Sorry, the bowl's probably in the way. Not even close to enough. I'm going to have to mix up some more. But let me go over here. Tap, 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 tap. And my colors aren't very vibrant, so I need to make sure I add some more. Okay. gosh, you guys, I said 200. I hope that's enough. Okay, I think that's actually just perfect. Okay, we'll let her cure. This takes a couple hours, I think it said. If I remember right, 2 to 4 hours. So we'll let her sit here and cure, and we'll see how it comes out. Okay, all right, later. Hey everybody, welcome back. So what you're seeing in front of you is my bowl that I'm going to use to do this etching process for this thing. I've already demolded it, and it's already been dried and everything like that. So the etching process is 5:1 water to oxalic acid ratio. So so this is 300 grams of water, and this is 60 grams of white vinegar. So I'm going to go ahead and pour that in there, and we'll give that a good mixing. I was like, where's my spatula? And then it says to put the item in there for 10 to 15 seconds until fine bubbling appears. Okay, so let me show you what it looks like. I didn't get much marbling, but let me look at all of those bubbles that I got, and especially underneath here. So that was a little disappointing, but it is what it is. Okay, so we're going to put that in there for 10 to 15 seconds. It says until bubbles start to happen. All right, so there's 15 seconds on the thing. And we'll just watch it here and see what happens. I can probably bring you guys over here just a little bit further. Bring you so you can see it just a little bit better. And then it says to gently brush with a soft brush to expose the stone-like texture. So 10 to 15 seconds. Well, that was 15 seconds, but my thing didn't go off. My timer didn't make a noise anyway. So let me get gloves on here. I mean, vinegar isn't going to hurt my hands, but all right, here's the brush. So let's see if it did anything. I'm not really. Although I do see a mess coming on. I'm not seeing anything happen. Maybe it needs to sit in there for longer. I don't even feel any texture here. I can feel it there. Now, it doesn't say to use a specific mold, so I'm going to let it sit in there for longer. And I hope that that's got enough vinegar in there. It says 5-to-1. And it says adjust the time based on your acid strength. Well, I did it exactly as it said to, but I'm going to put a little bit more in here. Because maybe my vinegar's not that strong. Or maybe it's old. I feel like I'm canning here. I mean, the bottom is definitely looks like stone, for sure. But I'm not seeing any changes on the side. See how that looks like stone? Stuff is definitely hard, for sure, for sure. Well, I'm going to let this sit in here for about 5 minutes. And because maybe my vinegar is not that strong. I mean, it could be expired vinegar too. Oh yeah, 2021. So it may not be as strong as it used to be. So I'm going to let this sit in here for 5 minutes and then I'll be right back. Okay? Okay, guys. It's been 5 minutes. Let's see what's happening. Ooh. I went and got a different brush too. Let's start on this. I can see it now. Oh, definitely. It's definitely rougher. I don't think it's supposed to like etch gigantic holes in it. I think it's just supposed to make the oh yeah, you can see that now. It's just supposed to make the texture look like stone and not be shiny. So I get it now. But this is definitely bringing out that marbling for sure. And I think I'm just going to file those holes. I mean, not that it makes a difference because they'll be on the bottom, but a harder brush definitely makes a difference. You can really feel it now. It's not at all smooth. It feels like a rock. So it's now a very rough texture. All over the whole piece. It's no longer smooth. It just feels like a stone. That's crazy how that works. I mean, I get it. I see the philosophy or the science, I guess, behind it. So now I'll be curious to see what it looks like when it's dry. Well, just got a mouthful of it. Okay, so I need to get a file here. I want to see what it will do when I file those holes. Let me find my file here, just one second. Move this over here. Maybe that stuff in there will harden down, it'll stay like that. But it is definitely rough. Okay. Well, there it is. All right, let me dry this off. And we'll see what it looks like dry. Let's see if it's shiny anymore. It is not. It is now a matte finish. And it feels just like stone. Can you see the sparkle? Can you see the sparkle? Those little black things in there that were in the mix. So now it looks like stone. That is so cool. It's still shiny in the very crevice, but that's because I can't get my brush in there. But how cool. So if you look at it just right, you can see those little tiny little black things in there are sparkly. And all the black things now have come forward. And so now it looks like stone. It feels like stone. Look at that. That is pretty cool. And it feels just like stone. Wow, that's pretty cool. I probably need to sand that edge too, but you know what? I'm not even going to mess with it because I think it looks cool just like it does. Like it is. That's really neat how that sparkles in there. So there you go, guys. So that is what the JDiction Resin Crete Etch looks like. That is pretty cool. And you can see that all the way around, that little sparkly dust in there. And it does. It looks just like stone and feels just like stone. I was trying to rub something across it so you could hear it. It's very cool. I don't know. I mean, the holes, it is what it is. I think it looks cool. Very, very cool. Well, guys, I will get pictures and put this at the end of the video. I'm very excited about this stuff. Now I can't wait to try it on something else. Like maybe a jar or something, you know? It's very cool. I like it. Very, very cool. All right, y'all. Well, you know what this means, that I'll get pictures, put it at the end of the video, and you guys need to leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this stuff. You guys have to try it. It's really, really cool. And all you need is vinegar and water. I ended up using more vinegar because obviously my vinegar is expired. I need to go buy some more. And just make sure your vinegar is up to date. So, yeah, very cool. Very, very cool. Because once I poured more vinegar in there, during that 5 minutes, boom, it just happened, just like that. So get yourself some, try it. It's very cool. And it's not that expensive. You get a 1,000-gram bag with the liquid and the brush for, I think, $24.99 or something like that. And then if you use my discount code, you get 10% off. So you can't beat that. So yeah. All right, y'all. Well, remember, stay curious, stay creative, always stay positive, be kind, and we'll see you guys for the next video. All right? Have a great night. Bye.